Hello, dear viewer. Here I am today on my first video of quite possibly the worst series to ever be created. Today, we're going to be talking about a series that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and I'm sure a lot of other people do. That series would be Final Fantasy. Now, it was a popular thing for a while, everyone likes to bash on the games. Everyone likes to talk about how terrible they are and blah blah blah, how the new ones suck, and chances are if you've been on the internet for an extended period of time, you've probably seen Spoonie, who pretty much made his entire series off bashing them. Now, I want to make it abundantly clear. I don't hate the series. I love it. I grew up with it. It's the series that taught me how to read, for fuck's sakes. But recent games are kind of leaving me cold, and I think they're doing the same thing to a lot of you. Now, if you're frustrated with my last statement, reflect on this picture of penguins. Now, recently, I went over to Future Shop. I decided, hey, I've played the games that I have, beaten everything. I saw this gem in the bargain bin. That's right, Final Fantasy 13. Now, like I said, if you've seen Spoonie, you know the guy has already railed against it for, I guess, about an hour and a half. And yeah, you know what, fuck it. This is a bit of a rip-off of him, But does that really mean that just because I hate Final Fantasy, I'm the same person? No. We all have dislikes, we all have likes. Just because I dislike something someone else does not mean I'm a rip-off. Is this inspired by his ranting? Yes. It's also inspired by every reviewer ever. Guys like Linkara, Angry Joe, the Cinema Snob. Everyone who sits in front of a camera and bitches about something. Which that's no disrespect to them. I love them. Watch all their episodes. It's kind of the whole point. But anyway, the main problem that I have with this game is really the characters, or lack thereof. We get a little character development for some of them, but there's certain things that are so heavily foreshadowed that you just don't really care anymore. Now, one of those things is the snow bit. You get him in the very beginning, and he gets captured by Fang, or whoever the fuck that bitch is. He gets captured, and then you play for about 10 hours without him. Yeah, that's great. We're gonna take a main character out for 10 fucking hours, then throw him right back in. That won't disconnect us from the character at all. But whatever. So, we lose this guy who is a pretty integral part. We keep going back to him. We have this whiny bitch of a character, Hope, constantly bitching and moaning. Well, he killed my mom. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill Snow. I'm just so sad, you guys. God damn it. Lightning punched Snow. Why couldn't she bitch slap Hope? That would have been fucking great. I would give this game 10 out of 10 then. But anyway, the incredibly heavy-handed foreshadowing there. You can tell what they're trying to do is make you believe, hey, he's evil. They keep cutting back to him and Fang on this airship, and they're talking about hunting down Lassie, and the whole time, you're going, I don't buy this. I don't buy he's a bad guy. I don't buy that this chick is a bad guy. I just don't. They don't play them off as villains. So, by the point in the game when, oh no, they're gonna be executed because they're fucking Lassie. Oh no, it's soldiers everywhere! Oh, they're dead! And then he rides in on a fucking motorcycle, saves their lives. It's not a shock. You knew it. You knew it for the last 3 hours that was going to happen. All they've done is wasted your fucking time. This whole goddamn thing was just a waste of time. Now, another thing that another thing I'm going to complain about. Lightning as a character is a little weak. Now, they start to make her interesting, with a little bit of the whole reason she's called Lightning is that she could differentiate from who she was before. That whole speech about I changed my name, so blah, 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 blah. It's not really interesting. That's, I guess, kind of cool, but it's nowhere near the character development that we got in prior games. I mean, for fuck's sakes, we got better character development for Waka. At least we knew why he was doing it. At least it's like, I like blitzball, y'all. That's the fucking... We understand that. The fucker has the mother of all cowlicks, and he's like, I'm gonna throw this ball at a monster, and that's it. We understand that, at least. But with all these other characters, they're just kind of thrust into this destiny that we don't really know. And you can't argue with me and say, well, they explain it later. No. Fuck that. 14 hours into the game right now, you can't argue that, well, they explain it 20 hours in. No, because that's 20 hours that I've had to suffer through of goddamn terrible characters. No! You can introduce a character 20 hours in. I'm fine with that. You can't introduce a character at hour 1 and then tell me what they're doing at hour 20. A full fucking day of gameplay later. It's not worth it. Now, the next thing that I really have to complain about, which, go figure I'm complaining, is the battle system. Now, let me say this, I like the paradigm system. It's cool. I really like the switching of the paradigms. The Crystarium, or whatever the fuck it's called, I don't like. I see what they were trying to go for. They were trying to make it seem like you could choose. But at the end of the day, you have enough points to fill all of them. Excuse me. You have enough points, no matter what, to fill every one of the jobs. Not once was I ever debating, well, do I put points into medic or commando? Never. Because I always had enough points to fill all of them, for every character. The random battle system's gone, which I guess is okay. Now we just have the monsters, on our very linear path. Which, I guess I'm fine with that, fuck it. If you find a place too difficult, just run back, you can run back about 5 minutes or so, and all the monsters will have respawned, so you can fight them again and get more, whatever points and shit. But the problem that I have is the auto attack button. Now, I see what they were going for. It is a much faster based combat system than before. Our characters move faster, they target faster, everything just feels much more high energy. But what that boils down to is I can't, and I would assume the reason they put it in is because the average gamer can't think through these incredibly complex movesets. I can't think to use Ruin, Regular Attack, Blitz, and Fire all at once. That would take me too long to press it all in. So I just hit A to auto attack, and it does it all for me. The only problem with that is now the battles just turn into me tapping the A button for 5 minutes, and oh, I won. Every now and then hitting left bumper to change my paradigm. That takes the game out of my hands and really just makes it a spectator sport. Now, don't get me wrong, the battle animations are cool for the first bit. Seeing lightning flip around is cool. Seeing Snow kick a dude into the fucking sky and punch him in the head. That's kind of cool to look at. The first time. Not really that cool the 30th time. Not in the least. Now, number 2 is we have, what the fuck are they? They're espers, basically. We have our summons. We have the Sheva sisters' motorcycle. We have Odin as a fucking horse, which is okay, whatever. They don't really seem powerful enough to me. Now, that's not to say that summons have always been the end game for it. With Final Fantasy VII, Knights of the Round that was pretty much an end game for any of the smaller monsters. But these summons just feel really weak at times. You go into a boss fight and you use it, and you're attacking the shit out of it, goes into these huge long battle animations, and you've taken away maybe 1/12 of their health with what is supposed to be your trump card. It just doesn't feel all that powerful. Your character feels, at times, very weak, even against normal characters. Or normal enemies, I'm sorry. In a cutscene, it shows them bouncing off walls, killing 30 guys at a time. But in an actual fight, you might have trouble fighting 3 guys. You go and fight what the fuck are they called? Marauders, guys with the spears. You fight one of them in the very beginning of the game, and it takes you a good 3 minutes to kill the guy and his escort. Whereas in the cutscenes, it shows your characters wasting tens of these guys in seconds. You know, you can't really do that. It really pulls you out of the game and it pulls you out of the character. Fuck it, I'll be back in a minute.